this is day 2 with Tilly, and ended up being her first ride with me. She's here for a 30-day start. She's actually one that I bred and sold as a weanling. She's by a quarter horse stud and out of my old Belgian mare, Hannah. And this was the first time that I'd ever actually stepped on her. During the second session, we pretty much did a speed run through all of her groundwork. Not because I was in a hurry, but because she was so comfortable with everything. And even worked up to saddling and riding her. I was told that she had had someone sit on her back before, but as far as I know, this was her first actual ride where she was asked to do something, so I was pretty happy with how she did here. I did all the regular preparations before stepping on. I rode both sides, desensitized with the stirrups, moved her around with the saddle. So I didn't just hop on here. There was groundwork done prior. But the first thing I'm looking for is to make sure that she has her hip and that I can disengage her if need be. That's about the most important thing that you can do on a colt. She's a little bit bully on that right side, but she's not bad. Overall, she's pretty willing. This mare is extremely smart, sweet, and gentle. But she absolutely works off of draft horse time. It's like she has to boot up when you ask her to do something. She kind of takes her time to respond to you, but she does respond to you. She's a real character, though. She acts a lot like her mama. Kind of bringing her around to the right there. She's a little bit stiffer on that side than she is on the other side. And I'm just looking for little stuff here, one step at a time. Looking for her to walk out, come off my leg. Of course, she doesn't know what to do. She's never been asked to do this before, but she's pretty gentle about it. When she tries, then I take the pressure off. That was really good right there. Praise her and pat on her. This girl loves attention. She loves scratches and people. She's a lot more willing to just walk off right there. I've got her just in a halter, and I'm not wearing spurs or anything. I don't like to wear spurs on their first ride. So if I did need a little bit of extra go, I could tap her on the butt with the end of my rope. But I'm not needing to do that at this point. Just looking for her to take a few forward steps at a walk, and I'm sure to praise her and rub and pet on her quite a bit here. This mare is really nice. She thought I wanted her to step a front right there, but I'm looking for her to come off my leg and walk forward. She's trying really hard for me. Right there, she walked out decent. I was looking for her to actually line out and go in a straight line instead of traveling on an arc. And I'm trying to be careful here. I don't want to let her rest by the gates. That's really nice right there. She's really relaxed. Her head is low. She's pretty quiet about stuff. This big drafty gal doesn't really get excited about stuff. On this particular session, I had just gone through all that groundwork, and even with a rope under her tail, or dragging the bag, or being flagged, there was never one spot where she got excited or wanted to freak out. She never tried to sell out and leave. Nothing crazy. Just gentle and methodical. She has a super, super nice mind. I'm just looking for basic stuff here, asking for her to come off my pressure. She's figured out how to walk out. Actually playing around with the concept of a trot, maybe. When she walks a little bit faster, I release. She's kind of unsure, but she's really, really willing. Bring her around to the left, disengage. Looking for her to step that front here. Again, this is the first time this has ever been asked under saddle, so it's pretty new. She wants to move her hip, but I just wait. Look for her to back up a step there, and then go back to it. I'm just waiting on her. Keeping that pressure on. Right there was a nice try. It wasn't perfect, but it was a try. Look at her get into those scratches there. She just loves it. Such a sweet mare. I've really had a lot of fun with this mare so far. I'm about a week into playing with her during this recording, so she's come quite a long ways in a very short amount of time. Got a little bit pissy there, being asked to disengage, but she's not bad by any means. I've had some horses be just totally spoiled, and she definitely is not that. She's very soft and willing, and really wants to be good, wants to be gentle. Looking for her to step that front to the right now. And she just doesn't know what I'm asking for. There was a nice try. So I immediately release and praise on her. She went to walk off right there, and I was trying to encourage her walking off, so I didn't correct her. We just go right back into moving around the round pen here. This time to the right. Kind of kicking on her there, looking for a trot. Right there, that's the first time she's ever trotted with a human aboard. She did really well. She doesn't feel tight. She doesn't have a problem with transitions. She never offered to buck or kick during any of the groundwork or her first saddling. This is a really quality young mare. Kind of bumping her there to keep her out on the circle. She kind of wanted to turn into the inside of the round pen there. I'm using the tail of my rope to hurry her along a little bit. Looking for her to trot again. She kind of wants to drift to the inside of the round pen. Another little trot right there. Another spot where she's trying to turn to the inside. I'm trying to keep her on the outside of the round pen, so we're using the whole pen. There's another nice little trot. That's really good stuff right there. Hunt the trot again right here. I just wasn't wanting to quit her right next to that gate. That's why I asked for her to trot one last time. And then I rock my saddle back and forth a little bit and step off. Gosh, this mare is nice. I was really happy with this first ride. To be able to travel and walk and trot out without help from the ground on a first ride like this is really cool. And this was only my second day working with her. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what she will be able to accomplish after her start. She sure likes scratches and pets. I unsaddled her and loved on her a whole bunch, rubbed her down, and she really seemed to enjoy that. This one's got a bright future. Super, super nice mare. Thank you for watching. Sure hope you enjoyed. There will be a lot more to come on this gal.